I love the movie, first of all, and I was going back and doing research and watching old interviews, and I saw one of you in like a Guided by Voices shirt talking about Minor Threat and quoting from Allen Ginsberg. And I was like, oh, I love this even more now.
A
Um,
tangent. Uh-oh. Yeah.
that's all my stuff that I love too.
I
So,
love that
like,
shirt. It's like two boxers, sort of. Yeah.
what are for you? What are some of the similarities of like the DIY punk aesthetic to making indie movies like Riff Raff?
They're connected for me at the hip, whether I like it or not. It's the way it is. As a
Yeah.
kid, I was not a very good guitar player. And a guy named Billy, who was in a band called Urban Waste. I met him at the Rat Cage Records. I was 14, and he was like, "Let's do a band. You could be the guitar player." And he showed me how to properly do a two-finger bar chord. And we were on stage that weekend while half my neighborhood was much more talented than me learning Led Zeppelin riffs. But then the
Nice.
next thing you have to do is you write your own dumb words to dumb songs that starts a strange chain effect of I'm just going to do this thing, like it doesn't matter if I'm good or bad. I'm gonna, so that sort of thinking for me, it's been a blessing in the sense that like I don't wait for the phone to ring because it doesn't. And I learned firsthand that waiting for the elusive record deal, well that's gone. And movies are a weird deal. So I'm not a good pitch person or whatever you call it. So I'd rather just do it,
Mhm.
write something on my own, or something lands in my hands and try and craft it to where I feel good enough about it that I could say, "Hey, man, I think this is really good. I think you're crazy if you don't do it." And then most of the time they still say no, but I'm going to figure it out. So that sort of do-it-yourself thing, I couldn't say it's the wrong path. Certainly for me, it's the right one.
Yeah. What drew you to this, the play that this was based off of?
Yeah, there's an actor named PJ Ransone who I love, and he had said, "Hey, you got to read this. It's probably written by John. We're thinking about doing it in a room, or it was all in one room." And I read it, and it felt like Virginia Woolf, but everybody's Virginia Woolf. So I'm thinking, oh boy, this could be really fun. So we messed with it a bit, and luckily it got into Jennifer Coolidge's hands, so you couldn't ask for a better Virginia Woolf.
Right.
And then that seems to have set off a chain event of you know from Ed Harris to Bill Murray to Pete Davidson to Gabrielle Union. I should be so unlucky all the time.
Speaking of Bill, he's famously impossible to get a hold of. Is there a good Bill Murray story in there? How do you get him on board?
Well, it's always a good story with him. Not that remarkable, but one of the producers, Adam Paulson, said to me, he just walked up while we were just trying to, get ready to do this thing, and he says, "You're going to get a call today from Bill Murray, and it's going to be this area code." And I thought, "Oh my God, that phone number!" And sure enough, it rang, and
Nice.
it was like, again, like, when you get to work with people like this, like it sounds corny to be a director talking about how much he loves actors. I mean, God, what a nightmare. But I'm a fan like the rest of the world first. And then I think, okay, you're not coming here for the money, that's for sure. You sure as hell don't need me or this movie. So you must be coming for the right reasons. And clearly he was, and so was, you don't do these movies, I think, unless you're there. I mean, Bill thought about every line in the movie, whether it's his or not. And I was like, sometimes I take a step back and think, wow, like you really care about this. But
Yeah.
of course you do.
Well, thanks so much. That's my time. Love the film. Great to meet you and talk to you.
Thank you, man.
Hi, Josh. Nice to meet you.
Hey,
Hey
nice to meet
there.
you guys. I really enjoyed the film.
Oh,
Thank
thank
you.
you. Thank you.
Your scenes together were interesting because Marina is so comfortable in her own skin and DJ is absolutely not. Um,
Mhm.
what was it like shooting those?
Oh, it was great. It was one of the
Yeah.
sweetest moments for me, actually, and I felt like I really loved this connection with Miles and with DJ because I think we
Yeah.
created a beautiful connection behind the scenes, and that really helped what you see on screen. And obviously, this I don't know, I feel Marina and me, I saw Miles as my little brother, and
Yeah.
I really thought it was a very sweet um thing for Marina to try to give DJ that kind of confidence, that kind of like teaching him, I don't know, life lessons or like I found that very cute. And yeah, and I love Miles and I love what he did with DJ. You did such a great job. So yeah.
DJ's, outlook on life is very, like it's very like a scientific way of looking at things. And with Marina and Rocco, they kind of give him a different perspective on things.
Yeah.
And just I think it kind of helps DJ having other people in his life that can, show him a different perspective on things. And like Emanuela said, we really connected off set, especially like being surrounded by all these names.
Yes.
And we're kind of like the newcomers.
Yeah.
And we really bonded off set.
And there is this line in the movie that I actually say, it's like, we define who we are. And that's like, to me, it kind of sums it all up in a way, like, that you can define who you are. So it's like, it kind of gives you that kind of confidence to kind of create your own self.
What's it like preparing for a movie that's largely about a big dysfunctional family? Did Ditto give you a playlist? Are you watching things or talking to people? How do you get in that headspace?
I think just kind of talking it over with Ditto.
Yeah.
Just he was very open to just kind of like I could call him and just ask him questions about DJ, and he'll give me his perspective on what DJ is, who DJ is, and that's really how I formed the character.
Yeah. I think I really brought my, obviously me being Italian into the movie, and actually the role was initially scripted French, and then
Interesting.
yeah, and then they actually switched it for Marina to be Italian, so I'm very proud of that because obviously
Nice.
I speak French as well, but I'm Italian, so
Yeah.
I love that. And also feel like I watched Little Miss Sunshine, if I don't right, and that movie
Yep.
really, I don't know, there is something about that, about the family, the dysfunctional family dynamics that really, I don't know, I think I can relate Riff Raff in a certain level to that movie as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Real quick, what was it like balancing the comedy and the darkness of this movie? I thought it balanced it fantastically, but what's that? Is that fun as an actor?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that was one of the first things that really attracted me to the script because it was so funny, but also it's very dark. So yes. Yes,
Yeah,
it was.
absolutely. I agree.
It's a
It was
great tightrope. You guys
I
were
loved
both
it.
excellent. And they're telling me that's my time, so thanks so much.
Thank you so much.
Best of luck.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.